Guys, just a little fun chat. If you're in the Facebook group, you know already from my post last night that, well, the compact Rebody kind of lost, this kind of lost the wind in its sails. So I tested with this aluminum barrel that I made. This is 8 inches on 800 psi. This compact did 318 feet per second, which is about 39 joules. Yeah, it's pretty good. But something to note in the way that I've done this adapter is, so I've used a 1/4 inch NPT tap and just tapped the valve body itself and inserted this. The nipple that's on this actual adapter is quite large. It's really thick and beefy. So threading that into this already small air chamber is like putting a valve block back in it. And being that the compact's only 8 gram, this is at a big disadvantage already than its bigger brother, the HDP 50. So, taking what I have learned from this compact, I am going to transfer over now to my my larger HDP 50. There's a couple of reasons. These are readily available to us in Canada, whereas the compact that I bought this, probably middle of the year, has never come back in stock. So I haven't broken anything on it yet, but I see it coming, and it happens really fast once I start monkeying around. So since I have 2 of these, one has already become a parts marker, I'm thinking I'm going to, move over what I've learned from this. Plugging that barrel into the bolt guide, I think, is a major win. Now the HTP 50, it's a little bit different. It doesn't have this slide. So I refer to this as the loading gate. So you can see the HTP 50, and I believe the HDB 68 and even the HDX have a similar loading gate like this, where it actually slides forward. You can see where it actually bumped my seal here. So it blocks your spring tube off and then makes a seal, or completes, we'll call it the transaction of air from your bolt to your projectile through the barrel. As many of you know, the Umarex line, the bolt stops here. It doesn't physically make contact with the projectile, much like a Berna, which is why these things can shoot pepper balls at high velocity, because this bolt is not making physical contact. HTP 50 has a gate as well, but it swings. It swings in sort of an arc motion. Now, I've already sort of perfected this, but I'm running a tuning barrel in this HTP 50, whereas the compact, I was running, my home brew. There's a closer look at it. And also I tried this brass yesterday. So 318, that's with an 8.35 gram steel ball bearing. I put this barrel in. Now, you can see it's about probably 7 inches, maybe 6.5 inches, the brass. But if you look down here, see where that gate slides over? The brass is a whole lot smaller, so it doesn't make a very good seal. You can see my PEX in there. But the PEX really isn't all that important in the compact. It does a very good job centering the barrel, but it doesn't really act as a seal. It's this gate that's doing the sealing here. And because the OD is much smaller, this brass barrel, it didn't even register on my chrono. So it means it was under 100 feet per second. I could see the balls just kind of flumping out of the end. So using what I've learned from this, we'll move on to this and hopefully realize some more power. You know, in a smaller package, you know, maybe a shorter barrel. But today, I got my 800 PSI tank hooked up to my mostly unmodified HTP 50. So this is double delete. It's got no CO2 restrictor, no valve block, standard firing pin in this. The only modification, actually there's two, but wow, is the tuning barrel, which I have polished very finely to accept the 12.7 millimeter steel ball bearings, which you can see are loaded in there. And yeah, on my dent, I use a socket head there. Because the plastic one, I kept breaking them off. Didn't take long to break them off. So when you fire this thing, sorry it's upside down, but yeah, let's go this way. When you fire this, you can see it, the gate, this is the gate swinging in here, and it actually pushes your balls back. So we're just gonna test fire it. We will do it without the extension. And I think it's gonna be hard to beat these numbers. Now, like I said, I'm gonna move what I've learned from this and try and do a barrel similar. But this might not do anything. I'll be honest. This thing's pretty solid now. I don't know if I can make much more improvement, but we're gonna try. Okay, so I got six 8.35 grams steel ball bearings, 12.7 millimeter or half inch, 800 PSI, tuning barrel, double delete. I'm gonna shoot 3, and then I'll throw on the extension, because I don't even think I've tested this, and I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't polished this, so this is still gonna be a little bit on the tight side, so be interesting to see. It'll be an improvement, I know it will, but I have no idea what numbers it'll put up. $268. $270. $264. So that's 3 shots. And then we'll put on the tuning barrel extension. Rio 2. $296. $298. So, grand scheme of things, I mean, that's decent power for what this thing is. So let's see if we can make it better. I'm gonna try and reuse the tuning barrel with some sort of spacer, possibly. Not too sure yet, but also of course I'm gonna play around with some tubing, and keep your eyes peeled for for that video.